Hey guys, and welcome back to another Unreal Engine 4 tutorial. In today's video I'm going to be going over how to create a flickering light with the material changing and sound effects as well. So in a previous video I have created a flickering light which you can go watch as well, but in this one, like I say, we're also going to be having the material change, so the light itself does actually look like it has been lit and unlit, as well as just the light itself changing. So let me hit play and show you what we're going to make today. You can see that it's going to be flickering on and off with the sound effect as well. The sound effect you can obviously change to work and fit better to this. I just got a free one just to show you it working in the background as well. But as you can see that when we go under it, you can see the actual light material is changing from white to black to give the illusion and effect of it being lit and unlit, as well as the actual light changing here too. Obviously the lighting isn't changing too much for me because it's not overly dark in here and I haven't built the lighting, but the actual light itself is flickering, and again this is what we're going to make today. So without further ado, let me delete this code and I'll show you how I've done it. So the first thing you want to do is you obviously want to import our light static mesh and the sound effect as well. So I'm going to be leaving links in the description down below to the assets which I'm using in this video, all of which are copyright free and free to use as well. Once we've done that, we want to actually create our light blueprint. So to do that, we're going to right click, go to blueprint class and create an actor, naming this light BP or whatever you like, opening that up straight away. Then I'm just going to minimize this, select all of my static meshes for my light, which is all of this down here with a light blue highlight on them, and then go back into my light BP, add a component and add static mesh, multiple assets, and now you can see we have all of these static meshes placed in here like so. What I'm also going to do is select the top one, which all the other ones are parented underneath, and I'm just going to move it down. The reason I'm doing that is because this ball here is the center of the actor, and essentially this is where we're going to be placing it. So I think for me it's just going to be easier to be able to place it with this down here. So this ball here is going to be on the roof, or basically snapping to surfaces. So that's going to be the ceiling for me. So that's where I want it to come down from. Obviously customize that and change it to get it perfect for you. Then I'm also going to go underneath this and select the very bottom part. And the very bottom part is the bit which I want to change the material on. So at the moment it's going to be white, as you can see here, for lit. And this is what I obviously want to change to be black, so unlit as well. So I'm going to select it and rename it to bulb SM for bulb static mesh, just so I can easily find and reference it later on. Then we're going to deselect all of that, add a component and add a spotlight. That's the one I want to use. Use a point light or any other kind of light you want, but for me a spotlight is going to work perfectly, and again this is just basically the actual light actor in our light. So that's what I want, and I'm going to place it down underneath there. Again, obviously you can add as many as you want, so you can add more than one. So you can maybe add 3 if you wanted. But for me, I'm just going to leave it as 1 like so. And maybe increase the radius and also the intensity just to make it nice and easy to see like so. So that is going to work perfectly. Then we're going to compile, save that, and go over to the event graph like so. I'm going to delete begin overlap and event tick. And off event begin play, what we're going to do is get a play sound at location, and this is how we're going to be playing the sound effect. Now the reason I'm doing it here is because I just want it to be constantly looping in the background. However, if you want it to only play specifically when it's turning on and off, so when it is flickering, then you can obviously change that, and I'll tell you where to put those in a second, so don't put it here at the moment. But if you want it to just be looping in the background constantly like I have, then do it this way. And we're going to come back to that in a second to actually input the sound in there. And after this, we're going to hold down D, left click and get a delay, connecting that into there like so. And the duration is going to be a random float in range. Now the minimum and maximum values you can change around to be perfect for you, and this is where you can really customize it again to get it different for you. So the minimum I'm going to put as 0.8 and the maximum as 1.4. Now the reason I'm doing a random float instead of just a set float which I input is so that it is going to be slightly different each time, and it won't be massively noticeable, but if you do it the exact same, that will be noticeable and very repetitive. So having it slightly different and have a random chance to be different lengths each time just makes it look a little bit better. And again, you can change these values to get it perfect for you to get the desired duration which you want. So the quickest I want it to be is 0.8 seconds, and the longest is 1.4 seconds. So again, just change that around to get it working perfectly for you. And also above this delay, I'm going to right click and add a custom event, naming this flicker, and this is so we can create this into a loop later on, and we're going to connect that into that delay like so. So when we call this custom event, it's going to go straight back into this delay here and restart the flickering process. And after the delay, what we want to do is we want to turn off the light because by default it's turned on. So before we do that, we need to determine how to turn on and off the lights. So what I'm going to do is underneath all this code, I'm going to right click and add a custom event, naming this one turn off. And this is simply going to be getting a reference to the bulb static mesh which we got earlier and set material. Set material like so, because again we want to make sure the material is also going black when we're turning it off. So for that I'm going to search in the materials and just search for black, and I'm going to get black unlit material like so. That is one which is in the start content with you and for you, and that works perfectly for me. Then I'm going to get a reference to my spotlight, drag out of this and set visibility and leaving it false, so unticked, so it is hidden. Basically we can't see the light, so it is turned off. And that is simply how we turn it off. So set the material to be black and set the light to be not visible. To turn on, we're just doing the opposite of that. So I'm going to add another custom event underneath this, naming it to turn on. And I can just select, copy and paste the set material and set visibility like so, because again we're doing the same thing. And the material I want to be the lit material which we have. So this one is called AM152-06906. So in the material I'm just going to search for AM152-06906 like so, and that is going to be the lit material. Visibility I'm then just going to tick so it is true. And that is how we're going to turn on and off our light perfectly like so, change the material and making sure the light is visible or not visible. So then we're going to come back up here, out of the delay, we're going to call function turn off or turn off light or whatever you named it. And then what you can also do actually is down here would be better to do it, is after the set visibility you can play sound at location, and here is where you can have the light flicker sound effect if you wanted. So if you just have the one sound effect of just a short sound for flicker, you'd put it after the set visibility for turning on and off like that. But again, I've just got it at the start looping like so. So customize that bit to get it perfect for you. And then after this, it's just a pretty repetitive cycle. So out of turn off, we're going to hold down D, left click to get a delay. The duration, once again, being a random float in range. Choose the duration for you, so the min and max. For me, I'm going to have this as 0.1 and 0.3 because I want it to take longer to turn off than it does to turn back on again, if you know what I mean. For example, this one takes longer before it goes to turn off, and this one is quicker before it goes back to turn on. So my duration is going to be shorter this time. But again, customize all these different values to get them perfect for you. The way I got these values was just by changing them, testing it, changing them, testing it, changing them and testing it, just to see which worked for me and what I wanted to have. So again, just change this to get it working how you'd like it to look. And now after completed, we're going to turn on, like so. Then again, what I'm going to do is now just select this random float and delay and turn off from the very beginning here. Control C, Control V to copy and paste it. And so now we have the delay going into turn off. And with this one, I'm going to change the floats again to, let's say, be 1 and 1.5, just again make it slightly different. Then get the random float, delay and turn on, copy and paste over here. And then this one I'm going to change to be 0.3 and 0.7 going into turn on. Then out of the turn on here, I'm going to call function flicker, which is then going to go all the way back to the start, going into this delay because it's calling this event here, then turning off, turning on, and so on and so forth. So we're flickering it by waiting, turning off, waiting, turn it on, waiting, off, wait, on, and repeat that process. And you can obviously do this part in the middle as many times as you want, so you can turn it on and off 10 times before recalling it if you wanted to, again, just get a lot more different random variations. So in this example, I've got 3 different places where the time can be random, or 4, sorry. But obviously if you had 10, then that's 10 different variations of random lengths. So again, this is very easy to customize, to change, to get it looking better for how you want. If we were to compile, save, let's now set up the sound effect. So I'm going to minimize this, right click on the sound effect which I have, and create a queue, opening that up. And all I'm simply going to do in here is out of the output, I'm going to get a looping, because I want this sound effect to loop, because again, that's what I have. I'm just going to have it looping in the background. But if you just want to have it play when it turns on and off, then don't do the looping. And what we're also going to do is on the left details panel over here, scroll down until you find override attenuation, tick that, scroll back up, and then change the inner radius and fall off distance for how you want, and this is essentially how we're going to have it location based. So if I had to minimize this slightly and then drag in the Q, you can see this inner circle here is the inner radius, and that's where you're going to hear the audio at full volume, and the fall off distance is this bigger circle or sphere here, which is where you're going to hear it fading in and out the closer you get to the sound effect. I'm just going to leave it as default as that's going to work perfectly for me. Save that and go back into my light BP, then just select the asset in there. So I've already got it selected, I just press the arrow. So now we have our sound effect in the play sound at location. And the location, I'm just going to do get actor location, like so. So it's going to be spawning in where the light is. So let's compile, save, minimize this, place it in the level and test it out. So I'm just going to drag in my light BP. And again, as you can see, the white ball, like I said, is going to be on the surface. So I've got it like that. And you can see we obviously have the light coming down as well. So let's hit play and you can see we've got the sound effect in the background. Over there, if we move, we can hear it in that direction. And it's going to be turning on and off with random delays in between each on and off section, as you can see. And if we go underneath it, when it's off, it's black. When it's on, it's white. So I think that'll be it for this video. So we've done everything we've wanted to do. As I've just gone over and explained, we have a light flickering with the material turning black and white when it is on and off as well. And we have a sound effect playing in the background, which again I've also shown you how to do. So when it turns on and off, you can change that to make it work differently for you. And again, it's very easy to build upon and customize this to have it different for each light you want, or just again to get it looking perfectly for how you want. I've said that quite a lot, but it's very easy to do that. So thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed and I hope you found it helpful. And if you did, make sure to like and subscribe down below. So thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.